Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathy Kramer, and I'll be your host today. Welcome to the 17th annual Bringing Back the Natives Garden Tour. We're so happy that you can join us for the last day of this event. As people are getting settled, I'd like to begin by thanking the team that has made this event possible. First, my husband, Mike. Come on in, Mike.
Hi, folks.
You'll probably see him popping in and out of my screen throughout the day. I couldn't hold this tour without him. I'd be holding it with a pencil and paper. I'd like to introduce Jessica Dickinson Goodman. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning.
So Jessica is a native plant gardener and Zoom expert extraordinaire, and she responded to my call for a Zoom Czarina, and we have worked together to plan out the technical aspects for this tour. We have really appreciated Jessica's expert and calm hand on the tiller as we have navigated the sometimes rough seas of this year's 4-day-long event. We're very lucky to have you with us, Jessica. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to get to hear from all the amazing presenters today. It's been a great 3 weeks, and I'm excited to see it end on a bang.
Thank you. If you should have technical issues with your audio, your video, you're trying to use the chat, if your chat box is in your way, then you can contact Jessica by direct messaging her through Zoom, or you can send a message through YouTube. If you can't figure out how to use the chat, you can also text or call her. So grab a pen if you don't have one handy. You can reach Jessica at 650-804-9044. And Jessica just posted her phone number in the chat. So it's now my pleasure to introduce past garden tour host and my friend Stephanie Pruegel. Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, Kathy, how's it going?
Good, thank you. So it's been a pleasure working with Stephanie to plan this event, and thank you so much for all your help.
It's been great, Kathy. Thank you.
So my hats are off to the team of garden ambassadors who are staffing the YouTube and Zoom chat streams. We have had volunteers online just waiting to answer your questions every hour of this 4-day-long event. They're waiting to hear from you, so we hope you'll email in your questions and provide your comments on the chat. Thank you to today's garden ambassadors. Sundong Kwang is on the Zoom line, and Stephanie and Jessica will be helping her. And thank you to Robin Mitchell, who has been on every hour of every day of this marathon event. So thank you very much, Robin. And I'd also like to thank our crack post-production team and native plant aficionados, Sabina Liu and Deb Stevenson. They are the people who will be putting the recording of today's event on the tour's YouTube channel, so it can be viewed later. Deb and Sabina have already put the last 3 days of the program up on the channel. So if you missed any of those presentations, you can watch them at your leisure. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified when new videos are added. And special thanks are due to the hosts who are bravely showing their gardens today. They have worked hard to prepare their videos and PowerPoint presentations on their gardens. Many of them have spent a tremendous amount of time learning how to make a video just for you today and then polishing it. So I hope you'll join me in thanking them for the time they have put into making this day a success. After the event, I'll be emailing an evaluation of today's tour to you, and I hope you'll respond and let us know what you thought about today's presentations and what you'd like to hear more about in the future. All right, I think I'll share my screen now. I need some help.
Sure. You can just go
this. Yeah, okay. So I'd like to begin by thanking our major sponsors, the Alameda County Flood Control and Water Conservation District, the Contra Costa Clean Water Program, and the Contra Costa Water District, who have steadfastly funded this tour since its inception in 2005. And this event could not be held without them. So thank you so much, all 3 major sponsors. And many thanks also to our community sponsors, without whose help this tour could not be run. Today is the last day for this program, but coming up is our companion event, the Green Home Tour, which will run on June 6th and June 13 from 10 to 2. That's a different registration is required. You can register for that free virtual event at eastbaygreenhome.com. And this event will kick off with a tour of my home and my husband's home on Sunday, June 6th at 10 a.m. I hope you'll join us then. Today's theme is a potpourri of inspirational native plant gardens. You can follow along with the agenda on the tour's website. If you go there and look under agenda, scroll down a little bit, you'll get to today. You might want to follow along online because the speakers are linked to their garden pages on the tour's website. And on the garden tour pages, either now or later, you can see additional photographs of the gardens that are being featured and view or download each garden's plant list. This morning, we'll be visiting 4 private gardens. We'll also be hearing about how to use historical ecology and urban ecology to bring biodiversity back to our cities from Robin Grosinger from the San Francisco Estuary Institute. In the afternoon, we'll be visiting 3 private gardens and hearing another fabulous presentation created by Mei Chen on the Bridgeview Pollinator Garden. This one is called Life and Death on Milkweed. We'll also have a brief musical interlude from the Bindweed Sisters, who will be performing in Stephanie Pruegel's San Leandro Garden. I'd like to ask if you can help support the tour. If you haven't yet had the chance to contribute, you can make a donation now by visiting the donations button on the tour's homepage at bringingbackthenatives.net, or you can go to the tour's GoFundMe page, or you can mail in a check. The tour's address is under Contact Us on the website. Before we begin with the garden visits, we'd love to hear from you. You can type your questions into the chat boxes on Zoom or YouTube, and we'll get to as many of your questions as we can today. Our garden ambassadors will be online to help answer questions and provide you with resources. We'll also be asking our speakers to stay on after their presentation to help answer any questions you may have.